What's up, YouTube? So we're going to cover how I blew the first 5 combines. Right now I'm on the new 5. If you watch the videos, we're halfway to profit target. So we're at $154,600 out of $159,000. So halfway there. Gonna pass those here soon. And right now we're going to cover how I blew the first 5. So I took 2 losing setups in one day, both on indices. Indices were just, it's not a good price action this day. And I'm gonna show you how I even won on similar setups and show you what I would like to see in comparison to the setups I took, what I should be looking for rather than taking these types of setups, or I can take these and lower my risk. Now, I'm a profitable trader and I can maintain profitability, but let's focus on the losses. Let's focus on what I'm losing on, where I'm failing, what I need to critique, and where I can do better. You are your own boss on the trading journey, so you need to be self-reflective, journal, look at where you are making mistakes, and let's focus on that, because clearly I can take wins. I can take wins pretty easily, especially when the conditions are right. So let's focus on some losses. So we're going to cover this live trade right now to start the video. And first off, this is 15 seconds before New York Stock Exchange open. So a risky setup already that won. This won before the other setup I tried to take lost. So demand down here, break a structure. We broke structure based off these highs. Broke structure again, came up to here, and then we broke structure again. So we look bullish. EMAs, 200 EMA in the middle. First red flag, 200 EMA in the middle equals consolidation. Consolidation day, or we are creating a range off of this low and this high. So this is on a practice account, clearly. I didn't enter this one on my combines because this is more risky. It's more risky 100% to hold a trade through New York Stock Exchange open, but that is what is winning consistently this year that I'm noticing. So it's almost untradeable, but it's not at the same time. It's just more of a gamble trying to take a trade at or holding through New York Stock Exchange open, because the volatility that comes in, and it's a little bit different this year, but it just all depends. You never know what the stock exchange is going to do. So playing this out, I mean, you can see how beautiful this was. So obviously demand right here, your entry would be right here, break of the candle, or you can take an aggressive entry. And I mean, you can just see this play out. So 10 contracts, 1350 stop loss. That's not bad for a 150K account. A little bit higher risk, but I mean, just looking at this, bro, this is crazy. Watch, we'll go to we should be going back to the practice right now. And I'm up like 8,000. I'm up like 6,000, 8,000 already. So I'm literally just sitting here. There's no face cam. I was pretty sick at this time. This is when I got pretty damn sick, and I wasn't making videos for a little bit, but I mean, like, there you go. I'm up 4,300 off of break of the candle entry. So yeah, it's like a 1 to 4 RR almost already. So, and we just keep going up. This is crazy. So it left a demand with a breaker structure after. EMAs are starting to spread out more 100%, so we look even more bullish. So the odds look like they're stacking up in favor of taking buys. So ES has the same exact setup. And yeah, 5,700. So here we are. This is the same day. We had that pullback, we had that push up, and now we're getting a pullback. Now we're tapping into the demand zone. Now, watch the reaction. Watch the reaction from this zone. This gave me confluence because we're bouncing off of this zone heavily. So I was like, okay, this might just shoot up. So right here, I threw it on the practice again, just kind of bullshitting pretty much. But I'm waiting for an entry here. This is the same exact setup as the last one. Now, consecutive supply and demand setups, zones are not likely to win all in the same day. So that's another thing. And we still have not entered on the combines. Right here, I took 1 aggressive entry. So, I mean, just looking at the price action, this is beautiful. Immediate wick from the zone, and we're just pushing up. And this is at 750, so well after stock exchange open. We've had enough time to where the real hand should be coming out. The real hand, real play, real direction of the day that they want to go in should be showing itself. So right now we look very bullish, and I got played. So 13 EMA above us. Now we're rejecting underneath the 50 and 200 EMA. With time, that aggressive entry, cannot forget that, because I did not get a break of the candle entry. I got one tap into the zone and I just took it because of the reaction the candle had from the zone. Oh, wrong, 100% wrong. Now, I mean, it looks good again. It looks like we're pushing up. We're getting ready to start pushing up. It's about to give a break of candle entry. This is why aggressive is not the way to go. You want to avoid going aggressive because you need more of a confirmation. That way you do not get faked out like this. I instantly got faked out, pretty much. Now this is sped up, but this is one candle. This is only one 5-minute candle, so yeah, pretty much got finessed here. Now, key thing, EMAs, these are not spread out whatsoever. They are consolidated. They're bunched up. They're too close together. 50 is right next to 200. 13 EMA is high, yes, but we just had a bullish push up from New York Stock Exchange open, and yet it's still, this is no clear trend, really. It looks bullish, but it's kind of just like a fake bullish trend. So I'm not sure on Russell, but I know on ES, we ended up sweeping a low. We broke a low and then went up in my favor. So that was a loss, 1,500 negative on Russell. And then I got my break of the candle entry. So this one, 13 EMA. Now, New York Stock Exchange gave us the breaker structure. So we have breaker structure, we look bullish. We just swept the low. All EMAs are below. We have 13, 50, 200. EMAs look a bit better here, but still, this is clearly not, I mean, it's a bullish trending day, but for a higher time frame, it was kind of in between bearish and bullish. So this was just a losing day, pretty much. A bad day to take any sort of setup. And this is on a Friday. Of course, it's on a Friday, a day I shouldn't trade. Now, I was trading a Friday because I only had so many days to pass these 5 150Ks. And the goal is to not get rebuild, but you can't let that pressure you into making a bad decision. Now, there you go. There's the higher time frame. So clearly we're 50-50. 200 EMA on the 1 hour in the middle consolidation. And there was all the accounts. Doesn't really matter. They're all stacked up together. But also here is gold. Gold lost right away. It didn't even give an entry, but now this is a good example right here. Clearly bullish. 13, 50, 200 price. EMAs are way spread out, indicating price has had a longer push in one direction because they are spread out rather than bunched up. This is clearly a bullish run compared to ES was not so bullish in comparison to this. So, yep. Got finessed pretty bad. And I just took a setup Thursday, similar to these, and won. But this was on Russell. I feel like Russell's more consistent. Now right here, I threw on 11 contracts, 11 ES contracts. So, I was pretty confident. I wanted to get my loss back. I only needed like 8 points. I barely needed anything for it to go up. And we should smack the limit here in a second. Here it goes. So ES ended up not going up at all. It came back down, broke the demand zone, went below the demand zone down here, and then it pushed all the way up above here. So clear consolidation day, no clear trend, of course is gonna do that. Supply and demand is a trend trading strategy. Trend trading strategy. Strongest area to trade supply and demand is in a strong trend. So you gotta be careful with when you choose to place trades trying to take supply and demand. And I tried to find a setup this month from any indices with supply and demand that was pretty quality, and there's not much at all. So we're kind of just consolidating on indices. Now we need some sort of bullish indice action to come in. Maybe something will happen economically that will help us with that. But if we can get some bullish price action on either indices or bearish price action on indices and bullish price action on gold, that'll be good. Gold has been moving bearish, which is why we caught that beautiful sell on Tuesday. If you haven't, the setups I'm talking about right now are all on my YouTube already. Day 2 and day 3 live trading videos, and there you go. Max loss limit, violating rule 1. But yeah, everything is on my YouTube. So this is 6/26 Russell, Thursday, 26th, 3 days ago from today. Now, EMAs are very close, and stock exchange open barely did anything. Now we have a 15-minute demand right here, and like looking at this, okay, 200 EMA is way down here, but now I like this because we have gaps to fill here, and we're pretty far from these highs. Now if you look at ES and NQ for these days, they were around here, so they were near the highs already. So taking buys on those is much more dangerous than taking buys down here. So we have a 15-minute demand, and I mixed it with the 5-minute 13 EMA breakout strategy. So we are waiting for candle to come into the 15-minute demand zone, and on the 5 minutes we're going to be looking for a push down below 13 EMA and then break above 13 EMA to take buys, and we can play that right now. So here we go, we should be breaking. Okay, that's exactly what you want to see. Now we wait for the close of this candle right here, and we are taking buys just like this. Now this is a kind of an aggressive stop loss, very short, but I'm always going for 1-to-1. This one, I caught the bottom of the move. This was beautiful. Now, looking at market structure here. Okay, yes, we are bullish, and especially because we have this breaker structure right here, but this is not what you want to see trading supply and demand. So I'd say this is more like, I don't want to say luck, but for having, comparing results from the trades that I've taken like this, these are not, like, yes, these are viable, and yes, these do win on Russell, but I don't know. It's weird to compare because some of them win, some of them lose. So this is just something you almost want to avoid. But we also did pull liquidity down here and then consolidated, broke out, came down, I kind of like this as well. High, broke above it, retest this area. So similar to the Tuesday gold trade, but either way, this is iffy. This is not really what you want to treat, what you want to see trading supply and demand. So yes, it is a good trade because of the reaction we had, but you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with choosing to take these setups. So if you just play it out, this is your entry right here. So we can just play it right now. Let's throw on 5 cons, save it, and can't set a stop loss, perfectly fine. So we played around a little bit, came down, rejected 13 EMA, beautiful, and there you go. We hit the highs, 1-to-1 hit, and this went up for like the rest of the day, I believe. So yeah, pretty solid trade. And then it played around, and then it just completely filled in all of these gaps. So we have all these gaps here. It pretty much almost all the way filled them in. And then there you go. So I caught the bottom of that move. Pretty beautiful execution based on how much it moved after, but we're taking an early trade on the trend coming out. It's like early signs of the trend starting. Kind of want to be careful trading with the beginning of the trend. That's very risky. So this one here, we definitely look more bearish 100%, and this is what you want to see trading supply and demand. So we're obviously bearish on a bearish trend. This was Thursday, a week before I took that setup I just showed. So obviously bearish, 1 hour supply here, tapped in, we're trading down, we're trading below daily low. EMAs are all above 1 hour, higher time frame, still bearish, 4 hour. So looking at the 5 minute here, we don't have it, we have a 15-minute supply actually. So this has much more odds in your favor. This is why this is a far better setup than the past 3 I just showed. So going to 5 minute here, we know that their 15-minute demand is halfway in this zone. So it would actually be at this low. So if we play this out, we have, all right, we just tapped the zone. Now it's 5 minutes until New York Stock Exchange open. Once again, taking setups at New York Stock Exchange open, very risky, but there you go. And that's your trade right there. Let's place three cons. So we're trading ES here, and let's play it out. So your entry would be right here. This is a very tight entry, especially at New York Stock Exchange open. So kind of insane that this doesn't wake you out. And there you go. Well, I took buys. Whoops. I would be up 1,200, but either way, far better setup. 100% far better. Bearish day, trending, obviously. Broke structure, came back up. We have a low here, some wicks right here, another wick right here. So it's aligning with previous market structure. And we just tap in, instant win, no drawdown, very simple trade. Above 13 EMA, perfectly fine. We broke right through it immediately and it just went down. So I believe, okay, yeah, there you go. That is a 1 to 13 because of how tight your stop loss is. So that's pretty rare to catch something like that, but beautiful trade either way. Far better than the other ones. Clearly trading with the trend, not trying to kind of take a guess or use some confluence to identify the start of a trend. But that's basically how I blew them. If you haven't watched the videos, this is where we are at. 154,663, 4,000 for the month. So let's see next month or next week, this week, NFP week. So a lot of news, gotta be careful. And I'm gonna keep making videos like this covering losses. So let's just see.